A healthy future for the Warriors. Questions about if KD will be ready physically by then. That all TBD. What's the one thing you take most from what you saw tonight on the floor?
Well, I think for me is this team, their talent, their character, their heart, what they put in before, what they're doing before we see them on the court. And then also being able to understand the big moment. Everybody was ready for the big moment, whether they won or not. They were ready for adjustments. They were ready to come out there and compete, and they did that. Shaun Livingston, who hadn't played a lot, has been, obviously battling a lot of injuries. He came out and just left it on the floor. I like that they leave it on the floor, and then it still comes down to they get stops. We talk about their offensive lot, but they get stops when they need it. B. Wood.
For me, it came down to what I really took away from this game is the Splash Brothers, and the Splash Brothers really had to step up. When we talk about Steph, we talk about Klay. Klay took over the first half. Steph took over the second. And both those guys jumped right back into where they were in 2015, 2016 as being the dominant forces on their team. And it really shows me how unselfish they are, because sometimes their game goes up and down because they have to sacrifice so much, because they have to let Kevin Durant be the leader of this team because he is the best player in the league right now. But I really like the fact that when called upon, Steph was able to put on the right shoes, like he said in the second half, and step right back into being the MVP type of caliber player that we know he is.
Just to kind of finalize that, the two stars, this has been a team for a long time. Everyone has said, the depth guys are too old. Iguodala, most threes he's ever had in a playoff game, at 5 of 8. And Livingston, for the first time in 4 months with double digits, has a huge game with 11 points. Don't forget those guys in the mix either.